In the city of Madison, we have this really complex committee structure that makes it sound like we have this really great participatory process. We probably have over 150 different committees, and each of those committees is filled with citizens. As council members, we sit on anywhere from 3 to 10 committees, and the rest of the committees are made up of citizens. So there's over 700 to 900, depending upon if the seats are filled, seats that citizens can come and participate in local government and help us make decisions. And the way the city council works is somebody like me introduces something. I say, or Austin says we should raise the minimum wage. Well, then that gets referred to different committees. And so each of those committees has a discussion about this particular issue. And there's one lead committee that then makes a recommendation back to the city council. The problem with that is all of those long, boring meetings. If you want to participate in government, if you want to try to influence this decision, you have to go to every single one of those committee meetings. And it just really wears people out. A lot of people just stop participating because you just can't go to all that many meetings and still have a family life and still go to work the next morning. So we have this really great system. Looks like we have a lot of citizen participation, but I really think that it's more of a system that is designed to wear you out. I don't think it's a system that really does work so well for people. And so myself and some other folks on the council have been trying to figure out how to get more information to people, how to make that information be meaningful, and how to get people to participate in our local government. We were successful in doing a few things. We have a new system called Legistar. It's a program that actually puts all of our city committee calendars and information with links to every different proposal that's out there on our website. So right now, if you're connected to the internet, you can go to our Legistar system and find virtually every piece of paper that's floating through our system, which is pretty good. It's been very helpful to us because when a neighborhood association asks me, where's this information, I used to have to go dig it out, get a copy of it, make copies, give it to the people who needed it. Now I can just send them a link through email. So that's been actually very helpful to us, and that's probably one of the biggest improvements that we've made. We've done a bunch of other little things, like when you come to a city council meeting, you only have 3 minutes to speak. Well, if you're a person with a disability who has a problem speaking, we've extended that so that it could be 6 minutes. We also said that you can't meet in the middle of the day, even though some people don't follow that rule. Trying to make it so that when we do have our city meetings, that people can actually attend and can actually go to them. And we tried to make it so that our committee structure had some consistency. Because we had all these different committees, everyone had a different rule, a different way of doing things, different ways to register to testify, different ways they set up their agenda. We tried to make that uniform across the board so that when you went to a committee, you had some reasonable expectation of what to expect when you got there. It's not perfect by any means, but we did try to make it a little bit better. I think one of the things that's been bothering me the most is, we have this really great committee structure. We've got all these processes in place, but it seems to me that we haven't done a good job of getting the word out to the public about how to participate. There's no little booklet or handout that people can go and find out how do I go to a city committee meeting and testify? How do I make sure that, when this development comes before the Planning Commission, I know what to do? And really what it's done is it's allowed the lobbyists, the people who are the full-time professionals, to be able to really work the system. I mean, they're the ones who can pay people to go to attend these meetings, and they attend all these meetings, they take notes, they go back to their members, inform them on whatever, and then what they do is they've kind of figured it out. The thing that really matters is the council meeting, because that's when you'll get all the press coverage. Our local press has really backed off of covering local government. They think it's more important to cover shopping and other entertainment type things instead of actually covering what's going on in local government. And so they don't cover any of these meetings that lead up to a final decision. So what happens is the lobbyists have figured this out, and they just save all their energy to organize around that one last meeting. And then we have meetings where we're there till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning because we have a big issue like smoking, or we have a big issue, a poorly planned agenda that has smoking and lobbying on it at the same time, and there's lots of speakers who want to come and speak to both of them. So we actually have had people sitting in the hallways waiting to talk to us till 11 or 12 o'clock at night. And we don't, they're just sitting there waiting for us to finish our talking about whatever issue it is that we're working on. So some of the things that I'm currently trying to do to fix some of that would be, I am trying to introduce something right now. It's getting a lot of resistance, but I want people to be able to speak at the beginning of the meeting and go home if they have to. That way it would allow people to have more choices. They could speak at the beginning of the meeting, go home, feed their kids, come back for the discussion later, or whatever. Or if they wanted to and they know they're going to be there anyways, they can, let the people who need to speak go, and then they can speak later when the issue comes up. But it's getting a lot of resistance because I think, and this is what made me think about it, the system really is designed to wear people up. Who's actually going to sit there not knowing when your item's going to come up until 10 or 11 o'clock at night when you haven't eaten, you don't know if you can leave because you don't know if your issue is going to come up next, and it gets very confusing. And so I feel like that would be a lot more fair.